What is up, YouTube? This is LadiesMan217905, and I'm coming at you with another review. This time we're actually doing a new review, not doing any of the old ones lately. Thought I'd hit you guys with something new, maybe you'd enjoy it better. Here we have Transformers Prime / Robots in Disguise, Voyager class Megatron. Yep, big bad Megatron now in a new view. It's something new we've seen. Last Megatron we saw was, the movie Megatron. I just thought I'd start off by showing off this. Here's Megatron's blaster thing that comes with the toy. I don't like it that much, that's why I thought I'd start off with it. So, it's this weird kind of like beigeish color that we see later on a little bit more in the figure, and the clear blue. Here we have this really... I actually like this weapon a lot, more than I like this, but we'll get to this later. But here we have this, and not much to say about this. It's canon, it's really big. The thing I like, actually, about it is like how that looks. I like how that looks, that's about it. And then the feature, obviously, with this is the giant Mecha Life gimmick that they brought over. You just push on this tab, you have two little tabs here. You push it, oh, and it breaks. No, but you push it and these things come from the side. This light goes down, well, and then the big part comes up, and his sword comes out, and it's supposed to, like, go through the purple. It doesn't really do that very well. But yeah, I kind of like it because I like Megatron's sword in the show, but I don't like how they carried it out through the toy, so I'm just going to turn off my lights really quickly. So here we have the gun. This is just my lights in my room. I didn't know my room was this dark. So yeah, the light doesn't really doesn't go through the purple very well. Oh, you gonna focus? There we go. And yeah, it's not that good. So anyway, so there's Megatron's cannon. Let's throw the lights back on. There we go. So yeah, so there are the two accessories that he came with. Now we're gonna get to the ship. Here's Megatron's flight mode. Just gonna zoom out. Yoink. Here's Megatron's flight mode, and it's like this alien kind of spaceship, and a lot of people kind of rag on it. They say the first edition's better. I like this one better. This thing is just, it's beastly, it has all these sharp edges, it reeks alien kind of spaceshipry. Underneath the bottom doesn't look too pretty. Some views from the side don't look too pretty, but other views from the top look pretty damn good. It looks like the letter T on steroids. And yeah, I really like how the figure itself really kind of came out. I do have positives, I do have negatives. Oh well, you see we have air vents that usually you wouldn't think you'd see, but they actually, you can probably, if you look really closely right there, you see there are slits in them, so that like light actually does go through. So that I think that's pretty cool. We have a very nice Decepticon sign. They're not Autobots. Very nice Decepticon sign right there. Just a nice, good, plain purple. I like that. The wings right there, sharp curve, shoulder pads, more of his chest. I like how just different pieces of them just split apart to form the different plane, and then they all just combine together in like one section. I just like how that looks. Here we have his head. Having him look down. You have him look up, you can actually see his eyes. A little creepy, I don't know why they do that with Megatron. It's just like Revenge of the Fallen Megatron's head was always showing. But yeah. So this is the plane mode. There's no landing gear, so it sits there. It doesn't really do a good job of sitting there. But yeah, you can hold it at very good places. You can play with it. It's really nice, honestly. What do you want more out of like a alien spaceship, right? You just want it to be different. Size comparison, we have Transformers Prime Starscream with some really bad custom paint tabs. And we have Transformers Prime Revenge of the Robots in Disguise Soundwave. So he's bigger than them, obviously. And I think they're in good scale with each other. I think they work nicely. Take them out of this thing so that we can transform Megatron. And Megatron has kinda like a medium transformation, I'll say. It's easy for me, is what I'll say. So I'm just gonna back my camera up, tilt it up, and yes, that is G1 Soundwave in the background. Maybe I'll review them later. Okay, so to the transformation, we're gonna start by popping up the wing panels right there on the side. Or not on the side, on the top. And there we go. I'm just gonna swerve them out of the way for a sec. The little tiny pegs right there Yeah, if there's another complaint I have about this toy, it's that things really don't like to clip in place that well. Pop the shoulder pads up, bring the waist all the way down, and the plastic, I feel like I'm going to break it, but that's just how it is. So now I have this, take this piece, prompt that up, rotate the legs in, and then obviously slip this piece in, rotate this up, and then collapse that on itself to form the leg. And then flip out the toesies. Not that bad looking of a leg. I like it. I like the knee pads. I don't know why. Repeat on vice versa, the side. Pop out his toesies. So there we have the lower half of Megatron, looking very fierce, as he should. I mean, he's Megatron. Okay. The top started to auto-transform itself. Here we have the top part. Flip that piece up like this. Put these shoulder pads at the back. Spling these to the side. And then take the arms. And the arms kind of clip into each other. Clip in down there. And then prompt the arms up like this. And then now that these pieces are out of the way, we can flip that all the way back. Flip these like that. And then we can bring the arms out. Oh, God, this is a lot. Okay, so now we have like a double joint that's going to come swerve down here. Before we do that, we're going to prompt the shoulder pads up. A lot of work. Bring the chest piece up. And then we're going to bring these back down. And the arm pieces will kind of peg in right there into the chest pieces when we bring the whole back assembly back. Oh my God. So it's kind of pegged in. It's not that good of a peg. I really don't like that. Rotate his forearms around, flip out the hand, and then fix his shoulder pads. And then, of course, we're going to tilt our camera up. Why wouldn't we? We're going to move forward, move Megatron back, and then here we have Transformers Prime Robots in Disguise. I hate that naming. Megatron. So, yeah, obviously the big problem we have here is the back kibble. Pictures show him with just the back kibble fold away like this, and this does make him look a lot more show accurate, I will say. Don't know if anybody just noticed I fixed my light. It does make him a lot more show accurate, but the instructions say to prompt this stuff up in the back like that to make him look more menacing. I don't like that. We're just gonna pop that in the back. And see, his arms just came out, and I hate that. So yeah, so there are noticeable differences with this figure and the first edition figure, but I don't have the first edition figure because I didn't want it. It was like $50 for two, like, what were they? Voyager? No, they weren't Voyager. Deluxe class Optimus Megatron. I don't want that, and those stupid little people, I don't want those either. So yeah, so here's Megatron. Just gonna zoom in on his face. Something I want to talk about is his face. His face doesn't look show accurate at all. Like, they kind of have the curves on the side down, but not like his face in general. Like, he didn't have purple eyes. The only time he ever had purple eyes were when Unicron was controlling him, and normally he had red eyes. The face kind of part is silver. I like that. I like the silver part. It's just, it just doesn't remind me of Megatron. Like, it just reminds it. It doesn't remind me of anybody else specific. Nice Decepticons piece right there, since we lost the other one. The other one's hidden back there. So we got a new Decepticon logo. But yeah, it's just, it doesn't really remind me of Megatron as much as I would want it to. Okay, so back to the figure itself. Articulation, the head, not that good because of the way the head curves. No waist. The knees will go up on the ball joint. Yep, just showing this off. The feet can do that, so he can do some nice tap dancing. The arms are really hindered by the football pads right here. So if we prop them up, we'll just show that they bend at the elbow. They will rotate at the forearm, as we saw in the transformation, and the hand will wave to you. So yeah, decent amount of articulation for a Voyager. Like, he's not too terrible, but he's not super articulated because, like I said, the football pads tend to get in the way. And yeah. Okay, so now we'll move on to the last part, his accessory. So here we have the cannon, like I said. Blade cannon, not that good. Pops on his arm like that, and it's pretty big. I really think they shouldn't do the Mecha Live gimmick, because I really don't like that. And they should have just worked on maybe having a blade that attached to the cannon, right? Because I like how it has the show sword, right? But I just don't like how big the cannon is. Like on the show, the cannon, his ion cannon, was just a little bit bigger than his forearm, right? This one is just like on steroids, and I hate that. But nonetheless, you know, it still goes with the figure. It's not that bad, I guess. On the other hand, his Shiv on steroids, I like the best. So what you do is he holds it in his hand, and then it comes up, and it pegs into place. He hasn't used it in the show. I think it was just an accessory they included, just like the Optimus Prime, they gave him a sword and a weird-looking gun. So yeah, so the toys themselves are show accurate, it's just the weapons really aren't. But I do like... I'm gonna keep calling it. I do like the Shiv on steroids. It does look pretty cool. It's pretty menacing. A lot of blades, a lot of sharp parts, which I'm very surprised about. You know, Hasbro doing that. So yeah. So definitely, if you see this guy in the store, I would definitely say buy him. He's a pretty good figure, nonetheless. Like I still got him, right? And even though I don't like the cannon, and he's still Megatron, like, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be the only good Megatron we get, other than the first edition, which, like I said, yeah, had better paint, yeah, had the better cannon, but it was still small, and just not as menacing as this one is. So if you see this one, I think I got him for like 30 bucks, 33, I think, includes the taxes, and yeah, so remember to like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all the stuff I know you guys love to do to me. Tell me if you want more Prime reviews. I got most of the first editions, like I said, Soundwave. I have Soundwave 2, I have RID, Wheeljack. And I'll see you guys later.